My life was screwed up before I was born. Steve McQueen. As an adult, Steve McQueen often quoted the line from The Merchant of Venice, "The sins of the father are to be laid on the children," but he sometimes substituted the wording "of the mother," too. Both parents tragically failed him. The actor was born Terrence Steve McQueen on March 24, 1930. He later named his first child and only daughter Terry. The setting for McQueen's birth was Beech Grove, Indiana, now an inside-the-Beltway city surrounded by Indianapolis. McQueen's mother was pretty, blonde, 19-year-old Julia Ann Crawford, later Julian to friends. Her parents, Lillian and Victor Crawford, lived in St. Louis, Missouri, which is where Julian met William Red McQueen in 1929. 7 years older than his young bride, the senior McQueen was everything a naive teenager looking for adventure could want. Red, or more often Bill, was a handsome hooligan who doubled as a county fair barnstorming pilot and sometimes gambler with a gift for swashbuckling stories. He soon had more than her attention. Julian's pregnancy led to a hurry-up marriage, but Bill was gone forever within months of the baby's birth. McQueen biographical material normally treats Julian as a teen runaway, with her extended family all in Slater, Missouri, who resurfaced in the Indianapolis area solely upon the whim of her new husband. But when one goes to the International Genealogical Index, which also taps into the U.S. federal census records, one finds that Julian's parents were living in Indianapolis on North Beausart Avenue at the time of their grandson's birth. Plus, Bill and Julian were actually married in Indianapolis, with Julian and her baby already listed as residents of her parents' home when Steve was only 1 month old, making Bill's abandonment of his family even earlier than the 6 months normally cited. Given the senior McQueen's interest in gambling, his actor son later made the funny/sad admission, "I didn't know much about my father, except that he must have had a weird sense of humor, naming me after Steve Hall, a one-armed bookie pal of his. Not many fathers name their sons after one-armed bookies." The actor later poetically described this exit as, "My father just flew over the rainbow," adding, "He was a sky gypsy. Between air shows, he'd hedge-hop the states, crop-dusting a farm for his gas and the price of a meal. Always on the move. I heard he was with Chenault's Flying Tigers during the Second World War. For a long time I hated him for leaving us, but later, after I had kids of my own, I got to feeling sorry for him because he missed seeing me grow up. He never had the special kind of kick that being a father can give you." This is a telling quote for 3 reasons. First, it underscores the actor's lifelong commitment to children. Besides rearing a beloved daughter and son, he later invested a great deal of time and money into the California Junior Boys Republic, Chino, California. Sort of a Boys Town West for neglected and troubled youth, the institution, then known as the Boys Republic of California, had turned around a teenage McQueen headed for juvenile delinquency. In later years, he frequently credited Boys Republic for keeping him from being a criminal. Second, while his father was a charismatic card-sharp flyer who briefly operated Wild Will's Casino in the same building with a brothel on Indianapolis's Wild Illinois Street, the actor's quote documents an embellishing tendency on his part. His first wife, Neil Adams, later confessed, "By 1959, Steve had created, with his unrestrained imagination, a role for his father that portrayed the old man in a romantic and virile light. Steve had him alternately flying with the Navy or the Marines, depending on which came first, and finally had him die with General Chenault's raiders in China. McQueen's father actually died in the United States, years after World War II.